WNBA All Star Weekend brings the fun, even without Caitlin Clark. Turns out, the WNBA didn't have to cancel its All Star Weekend. Not with Sabrina Ionescu reclaiming her three-point crown, and Natasha Cloud racing through a skills obstacle course before playfully trolling the home crowd. There was still discernible joy on the faces of the players as they sat courtside wearing swaggy streetwear brands and not looks of concern about revenue sharing. No one complained about the officials assigned to the festivities missing a call. And no, nobody missed listening to comedian Gillis try his best to make casual racism sound remotely humorous. Furthermore, not a single fan inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse tried to sacrifice their own right groin so that the most important woman in the building, and the league, could leave her floor seat and drape on her number 22 Indiana Fever cape. Friday night went on without Caitlin Clark. That pesky injury she experienced days before her home market would host the WNBA's in-season marquee event occurred at the worst possible time. The basketball gods who coldly struck down Tyrese Halliburton in Game 7 of the NBA Finals clearly have it out for Indianapolis-based stars. However, life went on. There was major disappointment that Clark required rest this weekend, yet the first night served as an entertaining appetizer. She wasn't forgotten. The arena cameras showed her plenty, but the weight of her absence eased, as did plenty other pressing issues impacting the league. It was though the WNBA called a ceasefire and everyone agreed to drop their dukes and try to celebrate, because it still should be okay to just enjoy the basketball every once in a while. So a night like Friday felt like a refreshing drink of water, served cold on the front lines of a labor fight that appears to be building toward an all-out war. On Thursday, the two parties, the players and the league, met for the first time since last winter to discuss a new collective bargaining agreement. Depending on which side you believe, the face-to-face was either constructive, per WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, or a wasted opportunity, according to New York Liberty star Brenna Stewart. As the All-Stars used their media availability Friday morning to continue taking their fight public, they repeated variations of the same strong sentiments. They're going to fight for their worth. By Friday night, however, players weren't aiming at Engelbert, they were embracing her. It started with the skills contest when players hustled around the course, instead of searching for loopholes. Looking at you, Victor Wembanyama. Minnesota Lynx guard Courtney Williams, she of the pink cropped hair and smooth dance moves during player introductions, went through the challenge, bounce passes, three-point shots, mid-range shots, a corner three over a lighted spinning wheel, in 42 seconds. Williams was so tired afterward that she collapsed into a sideline seat and remained in that melted position while Cloud, the first of two New York stars to sweep the night, went next and pushed her out of second place. Peace was also on display in other ways, as players surprisingly did not barricade the doors in an attempt to block WNBA officials from entering the building. Through the season, more players and coaches have felt emboldened to call out bad officiating. It's a problem the league will have to deal with by either eliminating turnover in the ranks or remixing the rules to promote more freedom of movement and less physical play. If that doesn't happen by next season, just imagine how many times Clark might have to threaten to call the league office on a ref. Just imagine how many times Clark might have to threaten to call the league office on a ref.